the top 51 enemies of those with lethal confidence. Part 4 of 5. Enemies number 43 through 46. Number 43, the 43rd enemy of those with lethal confidence is the title abuser. This is one of my favorite, and I'm actually thinking of someone right now who is a title abuser. Sometimes you run into people who rely 100% on their titles to impress you because they have nothing else. For example, PhD. Let's see, the earned kind or the mail order kind, like the one that I know this one guy got with the help of a ghostwriter. And I know the ghostwriter who helped him. That's how I know this stuff. And I've seen other people get these PhDs like online, through the internet. It's like, now this person, he calls himself a doctor. Really? Okay. Dr. whatever of BS, PhD? Give me a break. And I know the behind the scenes of this guy. He's a poser. He's a cloner. He's a copycat. He's got no original ideas of his own. His language is the same in interviews or on his websites, etc. It's just predictable nonsense. And then, to validate what I'm saying, when you watch him in an interview, his eyes, they dart back and forth. Never straight ahead, focused, as they should be, looking at the interviewer, but just darting left and right, as if you were to look him straight in the eye, he would be hiding something. Hiding, of course, emptiness, hollowness, a black hole of knowledge. Because everything he's got is lifted from other people. And even in an interview that I heard lately, he went on and on about other people's success that, of course, he has tied himself to, cloning them, being a poser. And the only way he can kind of accentuate himself to lift him up some is by giving him a title like PhD, which is a joke in many cases. Not all. Many people, I know a lady who I actually helped her with her PhD in the sense that she wrote the dissertation or the essay or whatever you got to do to get this PhD. And it was long. It was like 20, 30, 40 pages or something. And for her, it was at a accredited college that I also know about in Los Angeles. So I knew that there was something very legit, very sound that was backing her PhD. But the other guy that I spoke of earlier, no way. Complete mail-in, PhD type. And then he calls himself a doctor. A doctor of what? Psychological babble, hot air woo-woo BS? That's right. Title abuser. That's why, for me, you'll never see me with any title at all, unless it's, of course, something like President of the United States. Well, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying. I don't want no titles. I don't want you to pigeonhole me into what you think I might know or have. In fact, little side note, I was watching a video. A lady in her 30s, she was boasting that she had a master's and this other person only had a bachelor's degree. So she was trying to, what, one-up this person? That's coming up next, number 44, the one-upper. I'm going to get into that in a minute. But when somebody has to one-up you, like, you've got a bachelor's, well, I've got a master's. Both of those degrees, they have elements of BS in them. Because half of that, to earn those degrees, half of that was consuming and regurgitating nonsensical, trivial drivel from whatever teachers were teaching whatever they were doing. Like the core courses of college. And then you get into your other courses that kind of relate more to your master's or your degree or whatever it is that you're going for. The point is all of this stuff is to label you so that you've got some way to tell people that you know something, So people who abuse their titles, no, it ain't good. And these people, they are afraid of people with lethal confidence. Because people with lethal confidence, oftentimes, they don't need titles. They don't need degrees. I dropped out of college proudly. And then I started being my own professor, my own education, my own university. I started reading night and day, anything I could get my hands on. Started reading. Then the internet came around. I started consuming more information. I learned more software. I was becoming my own teacher, and I was accelerating faster than any school could ever keep up with me. And I got a story about that, but I won't. Do we have time? Real quick, my mom said, Bart, please go to college. Please try one more time, take a class, because I had dropped out of college. So I did. Okay, I'll take business English. And the teacher said, Bart, why don't you read this section right here for the class? All right, no problem. All right. Blah, 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 yada, 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 yada. Oh, Bart, please stop. Oh, am I reading the wrong section? No, please slow down so the others can keep up. And I'm like, whoa. I'm paying a whopping $60 for this course. I'm giving you a lot of my time. I'm not too concerned about the comprehension levels of the other people around me. I get where this is going. I tell you what. And I stood up and I said, I'm going to go get my money back. I'm going to read this book for 30 days. I'm going to get more out of this class just by reading this book, because you're going to go 6 months in a class and probably forget everything anyway. So I might as well just read the book, garner some knowledge, and then call it a day. I got my money back. I said to everybody, good luck. And I walked out that door and I read the whole book in a couple weeks. I returned it for my money. The point is people will slow you down. Don't let them do that. Some people around you will set the pace. That's not the pace you want to go. Your pace is 100 miles an hour, because there's a lot of things you got to get done so that you can get to the part where you're having fun. It's like, imagine you had dinner and there's going to be a movie you want to watch, but you got to do the dishes. So are you going to do the dishes slowly, or are you going to do them fast? Hey, let's get this stuff done. Non-issue things. These things don't really help me. Making your bed, doing the dishes. Anyhow, okay. Hey, let's continue. Number 44. The one-upper. Yeah, the one-upper. You see, these people can't stand that you know more or can do more than them. So they try to one-up you every chance they get. They can't just accept what you say to them and respond with a simple, wow, that's really great to know, or I didn't know that, and encourage you along, or just listen to what you have to say. No, to serve their fragile ego, they have to show you somehow that they're better than you, or know more than you, or can do, fill in the blank, better than you. It's pathetic. The one-upper. Yeah, these people. Yeah. Fragile egos. Number 45. The 45th enemy of those with lethal confidence is the rambler, or talker. Yeah, the talker. These people talk your ear off, rambling on and on about nothing, because they don't think. They just talk and ramble. In comparison, those with lethal confidence think before they speak. When we do talk, our words are chosen carefully so as not to waste our time or the other person's time. The rambler, the talker, on the other hand, is not respectful of your time. They just keep talking, yakety yak, just to hear themselves talk. They just talk. They can't do what you can do, so they just talk in hopes of impressing you, which they rarely do. They can't walk their talk. They're just all talk. Those with lethal confidence walk, which means they do. They don't talk. Talkers are wounded people intellectually and or emotionally, in the sense that they do not want to listen to the little voice inside of them that says, hey, I need some help here. I'm hurting. Can you do something about what's hurting you? Me? That's their inner voice. So they just keep talking, On the contrary, those with lethal confidence do less talking and more thinking. They're in control of their emotions and are highly intellectual and listen intently to the voices inside them. Hey, I'm doing good. Thanks for checking in, says the heart, mind, and the soul of someone with lethal confidence. You see, talkers' conversations can also be useless, filled with gossip, or non-essential, trivial drivel. That wastes our time. So stay away from the talker. Number 46 is the time waster. Yeah, the time waster. These people waste not only their time, which they're dang good at, but also others' time. Since they're not very productive, they waste time. Since these people don't know how to plan their life or execute anything, they waste time. Time wasters procrastinate. Time wasters are lazy. Time wasters are non-productive people. Everything you're not. Since these people waste time in their own lives and for several reasons, you're to stay clear of them, or they just might wind up wasting your time. Could you ever see a time waster waste my time? Hardly. I would spot them a mile away and dodge their time-wasting bullet or talk, or just shut them down immediately. Hey, good seeing you. Hey, I do gotta run. Have a great day.